Buhari printed so much money, left Tinubu with shambolic economy. Obasaki More from People's Gazette. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this headline that we brought for you this morning. As our headline for this morning says that Buhari printed so much money, left Tinubu with shambolic economy, said Obasaki More from the People's Gazette. Buhari launching the new Naira notes, Tinubu sleeping. Buhari launching the new Naira notes, Tinubu sleeping. Governor Godwin Obaseki says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the architect of Nigeria's economic misfortune, blaming his predecessor Muhammadu Buhari for the shambolic state of economy of Africa's most populous nation. Mr. Obaseki stated that Buhari's regime printed vast amounts of cash, making it very difficult to tame inflation. I think we should be fair to this current administration that they met a very poor economy, putting it mildly, an economy where so much money has been printed and that had made it very difficult to tame inflation. So we are faced with this series of problems. The Edo governor told this day in an interview. Mr. Obaseki added that one is too much cash, pursuing few goods. Two is our parental dispense for foreign exchange from oil production, and oil production is declining because a lack of investment. And thirdly, insecurity, which has curtailed our ability to produce food in a quantity that we used to. So faced with these three problems and a few others which would be a miracle for anybody to turn this around within a year. So from that standpoint, I think we should be fair to this current administration. Yes, the APC government created the problem, but trading blame won't solve the problem, and we still have a country to run. I think we should be focusing on what we need to do in a short term to solve some of this problem, so that we can stabilize the country, and then we do what we need to do for us to survive in a long term. He was pessimistic that Mr. Tinubu could turn the economy around in 1 year, stressing that you cannot clap with one hand and expect to hear a loud sound. The challenge is both monetary and fiscal. We have been utilizing monetary tools, particularly monetary tools that could apply in a regular economy, with the right pressure points. The Edo governor noted there is no too much naira in circulation, and he wants to mop up the naira by increasing interest rates. This means that people will have access to credit. He advised that the federal government would have to address the country's monetary and fiscal crisis. We have got to focus on the real issue. First, the money that comes and how we spend it. Let's stop trading blame. The federal government is most responsible. They get 52% of the revenues of this country. Mr. Obaseki noted and asked why the blame and states that share only about 26%. If the federal government behaves properly, then it will have been justification for controlling the states. So rather than trading blame, I think the federal government must first call itself to order, because it's spending much money that it doesn't have. And that is all we have concerning this headline, which says Buhari printed so much money, left Tinubu in a shambolic economy. And what this headline is saying that Obaseki and Governor Godwin Obaseki is this man is saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the architect, meaning that he's not the builder. He didn't plan Nigeria to be this way. He's not the architect of Nigeria economic misfortune, saying that he's not the cause of everything bad as right now that is happening in the country. He's blaming the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, for all the shambolic state of the economy. He also said he's blaming former President Muhammad Buhari for the shambolic state of the economy of Africa's most populous nation, like the giant of Africa. He's blaming him for the shambolic economy that you brought upon this nation. He says that Buhari regime printed vast amounts of cash. They printed a lot of cash, making it very difficult to tame inflation. As you can see, printing a lot of money in a country isn't good. It causes inflation. Like it makes the currency useless. Yes, it makes the currency. I say that Buhari's regime, they printed a vast amount of cash, making it very difficult to tame inflation. Yes, like I said earlier, it says it's not good for a country to print a lot of cash. It makes that currency useless. It made Nigerian naira. It was difficult for the government to tame inflation, and he's trying to tell Nigerians that we should be fair. That the current administration that they met a very poor economy. That this Tinubu administration, like when Tinubu came, he met a very poor economy where so much money has been printed, and that they made it very difficult to tame inflation. They could not tame inflation. That's why the dollar, the increase, like the rate of dollar to naira, like naira went so high. They could not tame the inflation no more. Saying that, so that's why we are faced with this series of problems. That's why things are getting so much more expensive in the nation. The Edo governor told this day is a day of interview. He said that he blames the former administration, the former Muhammadu Buhari, of all the problems that he caused upon Nigeria. He's blaming Buhari for all the problems. Nothing. He says Tinubu is not the problem. We should be fair. Instead of passing the blame to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we should think first before passing the blame. Passing the blame to another person would not solve the problem. Yes, will not solve the problem. He said, so faced with this, he said that he also said three problems that Nigeria have right now. He said one is too much cash pursuing few goods, too much cash pursuing little goods, little goods. Number two is Nigerians' experimental dependence on foreign exchange from oil production. And thirdly, insecurity. He mentioned these three problems that Nigeria has. So he faced with these three problems and few others, and said it would be a miracle for anybody to turn this around within a year. It would be a miracle for somebody to solve all these three problems of Nigeria during a year. So he's trying to tell us that the Tinubu-led administration is doing their best. So we shouldn't be too harsh on them. What do you guys think? I want you all to drop your own comment in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel, so add the notification